Hello, beautiful people. Is it a little weird to watch me say it? Today's a little different. It's not a bad video. It's not necessarily a good video either. I've just been getting a lot of questions recently about where my RuneScape content is and if I quit the game. So I wanted to take some time to sit down and talk about RuneScape and where I stand. So if you've got a few minutes, grab some popcorn, pop a squat, and let's have a little chit chat. First, I want to be very clear about one thing. I haven't quit RuneScape. It would take an awful lot for me to fully quit RuneScape, although with the recent MTX and membership surveys they sent out, I'm definitely getting a lot closer to wanting to just walk away. It's just sad. It's just sad to see their focus turn to squeezing every last cent out of their dwindling player base. And it doesn't feel good seeing things like the Aurora Santa hat be added to the game, turning the season of giving into the season of gambling. That's just not the RuneScape that I came back to 7 years ago and fell in love with. It definitely taints the experience for me and just makes me want to log in less. Also, sorry about all the vocal burn. I probably sound a little weird. I just finished streaming. It's been a long week. I'm tired and probably dehydrated. Whoops. Anyways, MTX's got me feeling a little down, and I know a lot of people like to say, then play Iron and you don't have to deal with it. Well, first, as long as you're playing RuneScape in any capacity, you're still exposed to MTX, even if it's just hearing people talk about it. And for me, that's a big part of the problem. I don't want the focus to be on MTX. I want it to be on the content and how good the game can be, you know? Seeing a company continue to pursue predatory business practices just makes me want to play less. It's that simple. I'm not a whale. I've honestly very minimally interacted with MTX over the years because I'm very much of the mind that if you don't like something, don't do it. And what I don't want to do is play Iron. I have a hardcore Iron that I started as a stream community challenge a long time ago. I played on it for a few weeks and then randomly on and off, and doing that, I learned something about myself. I don't want another RuneScape account. I really don't. There's things that I just don't want to do over again. And with how bad RNG is in the game, I don't want to go for upgrades. It's just, I'm not into it. I really enjoy being able to log into the game, buy what I want, play how I want at any time. I have a job, like most of us do. And when I game, personally, I don't want to spend my time preparing to play the game. The upkeep of an Iron at endgame is just enough alone to make me not want to play an Iron. Now, I want to be very, very clear. I am not dissing Irons. I'm not dissing that game mode. Please don't take this as hate. I'm just telling you guys why I haven't made the switch to Iron and played that game mode instead. And the MTX and money grab issue isn't anything new for me. And I've kept playing in the past despite feeling some sort of way about how we as players are treated by the company, especially compared to how other games treat their players. I mean, I didn't participate in Fresh Start World. I didn't participate in Group Iron. I didn't buy into the Hero Pass. It's not new. I'm just getting over it at this point because it's been pretty much one thing after another. The most recent survey was probably the worst offender. Asking us to pay more for characters is just crazy to me when I play many other MMOs that include multiple characters with either your subscription or when you buy the game, you know, depending on what the model is. In fact, RuneScape is the only game that I can think of like this that I've played where you have to pay full price for each character you play on. So I guess maybe it shouldn't surprise me too much. And yeah, I know it's just a survey, but the fact that they're even asking those sorts of questions, to me, just shows me what's on their mind. And it's not the content. Anyways, that's the MTX stuff. I'm not going to harp on it because it's a thing that a lot of us have said, especially recently, in some way or another. And I just don't feel like it's a fight worth fighting. Not through this means anyways. My little video it's not what it's about. Jagex is going to do what they're going to do, and that's fine. You either play or you don't play. So another reason why I've been taking a break from the game is because of the new content. I was deep into RuneScape, like full on RuneScape addiction during the Elder God era. And ever since that came to a conclusion, I just haven't really felt the same connection to the content. It's just, 4 and 3 was, it was a thing that happened. And then in the last year, there also hasn't really been anything really exciting for me personally as a player. Sanctum of Rebirth is the closest thing I got to interesting content for me. Again, this is all this is my thoughts. I do love the Sanctum, but you have to be tick perfect for parts of Nakatra, and it's pretty much unplayable for me. I'm not making excuses, but I am, right? I have Starlink internet. I don't know how many of you guys know about what the internet is like, but it's amazing for what it is. But when you're gaming, you drop for like seconds at a time. I won't be able to move. And in Nakatra, that's death. When I'm PVMing most bosses, I can lag out for several seconds and be just fine. But in Nakatra, it kills me every time. It's so frustrating. It's so unbelievably frustrating. And it has nothing to do with the dungeon itself. It's just my own personal situation that makes it's just unenjoyable. My friends literally carried me through 100 kills for the aura, and that's where I left it. I wanted to run more Sanctum. It was just too frustrating. Now, I don't mind messing up in games. It's games. You're gonna mess up. You're not gonna be perfect. But when it's out of my control and it's frequent, it's just irritating. It really makes you want to not play. Then after that, the gate didn't interest me because it's a skilling boss and I just don't enjoy them. It kind of took everything in me just to get the book for the Master Quest Cape. The 110 skilling updates aren't really bringing me back. I'm already 120 all. I've essentially gone into maintenance mode on this account, and I'm just kind of completing my recs to keep my capes like you can see me doing here. I still haven't even finished all my stars because it's just, I don't want to log in and do stars. I did shooting stars in, I don't even know what year, a long time ago, and that's kind of where I left it, and I was happy to leave it there. So logging in for stars is not the most exciting thing ever. And yes, there is so much to do in the game, but I have done a lot of it already. I have Trim Completionist, well, we're getting it back. I'm Master Max, I'm over 4 billion experience, I've been skilling. We be skilling out in these streets. Hate's a strong word. I really dislike clue scrolls, so that's not content that I'm ever going to touch. For me, what was interesting was completing boss logs for a while, and that kept me going, but I need some new stuff to throw into the mix, or I just get burned out and kind of bored of doing the same thing over and over again. I can only do so many hours of Next and Solok in a row before I just don't want to log in anymore. So I had to take a break to avoid that high level of burnout that you just don't come back from. I didn't want to get to that point. So I guess you could say I'm kind of lurking, waiting for the next big PVM update to happen, and hopefully it's one that I enjoy. If I seem a little uncomfortable, it's because this isn't necessarily a video that I wanted to make. It's just one that I feel like I have to make because a lot of people are asking me. And I do think that I owe you guys an explanation for why you haven't seen streams and videos, especially because I provided that content for so long. Yeah, so there's another thing that I kind of want to address in this video that affects my motivation to create RuneScape content. I consider myself to be a pretty positive person. I like to help people, and I make it a point to spread kindness through my interactions with people because life is already hard enough and we just don't need more negativity and bad vibes. When I stream RuneScape, I get backseated hard. Like, really hard. To the point where I have to just ignore people's messages because they're going to kill my vibe. I've talked to people who have left the RuneScape Twitch category before, specifically women, and most of them mentioned part of the reason why they left was the backseating. It's so bad. And I'm not even talking about like people like watching me do something and saying, "Oh, maybe try it this way." I'm talking about like backseating where people assume you don't know what you're doing, even if they've seen you doing stuff before. Like I have 65,000 boss kills or something, and there's people in my stream chat telling me to make sure I create an instance to go to a boss fight. It just gets old trying to play how you want and constantly having people tell you what you should be doing or assuming you don't know what you're doing at all. It gets old. Now, not everyone is like that, but it's enough to where I don't even want to stream new boss releases or even combat achievements because I know there's going to be an insane amount of people backseating and just a lot of judgment. I thought about streaming the combat achievements when they come out, but I think I've decided against it. I just think it's going to be a vibe killer. And on the YouTube side of things, I don't even know what to say. I guess the easiest way is to just show you. When I make RuneScape videos, these are the kind of comments I get about myself as a person, which is wild to me. And when I make New World videos, this is what people say about me. It's very different. And it's baffling to me why people leave mean comments about people on RuneScape videos. Like, if you hate the guide and you think it's awful, fair enough. I don't think I'm the best video maker. I'm definitely not the best video maker. And I'm certainly not the best guide maker. I don't even pretend to be. There's not one part of me that thinks I'm the best. If you think something could be done better, like, that's fine. That's fair. There's probably a lot of things that could be done better, especially because I don't make videos for people who are, good at the content already. I make them for people who are kind of getting used to it. And I kind of try and keep that perspective when I'm making the video. But just commenting on me as a person is just so sad. It's just sad. Do these comments affect my mental health? No. I'm a brown person in America. There's nothing you can say to me online that hasn't been said to my face, and trust me, much worse has been said to my face for literally no reason. And the sad reality is I'm just used to it at this point, but I definitely don't enjoy it, so I just tend to remove myself from those situations. If I'm not wanted somewhere, I have no desire to be there, and that applies to content creation. The overwhelming majority of comments are nice, and I'm not ignoring those. The RuneScape community has always been very welcoming and friendly overall, but there's a lot of negativity, and I just don't want it around me. And finally, on top of all that, in my personal life, my job has picked up again in recent years. If you didn't know, I work as a freelance translator. So during COVID, when people weren't able to travel and the world kind of shut down, well, literally shut down, I didn't have much work, and in that downtime, I started streaming and making YouTube videos since I had so much free time. It never paid the bills. It was never even close to being a job. I don't know, I wanted something to do. I wanted a fun hobby to occupy my time because I was inside of the house, and that's what I was doing. But that means that when work calls now, I have to answer. And yeah, now the world is spinning again, and work has been slowly picking up for a while. And then last year, it just, boom, was back to normal, which means I've been super, super busy. This is awesome for my dogs who eat a lot of food and snacks, but it's not been great for content creation because I just have less time for gaming overall. In order to make content, I have to cover the games that I'm currently playing since I just don't have time for everything that maybe I'd like to do. I'm also just trying to be away from the computer more and get out and move around, exercise, visit places, sit down less, be healthier and go outside. The dreaded outside. Yeah. Had a little change in scenery because the shooting star died. I think I've only got to do like 4 more stars or something, but man, I've just been dragging my feet getting these done because it's not thrilling content. So, what can you expect from me, RuneScape-wise, moving forward? Well, I don't know. Just like I did for Christmas, I still plan on covering some seasonal events and maybe a quest here and there if I'm feeling up to it. New boss guides when it makes sense. I do want to finish up the totally relatable PVM series that I kind of left. I have so many half or fully written guides, but as I explained earlier, my motivation to make them it's just been very low because my motivation to play RuneScape is low. I was also hoping to continue the Hot PVM series. That's probably the most fun I've ever had creating RuneScape content, but unfortunately it does rely on other people, and I guess just a lot of people have said no, or they've said yes and not followed through, and that's okay. No one has to, and I actually never expect anyone to say yes and come on. Like, everyone's busy, they've got their own things going on, and I get it. But yeah, that's basically why the series just kind of died. If I find anyone, I'll continue it, but definitely expect it to be very randomly, and I don't know, maybe not at all, maybe some. I guess we'll see. It just depends. The Hoarders thing I was doing was literally just a stream VOD, not like it was just a stream VOD. That wasn't even a YouTube series thing, and I don't know when or if I plan on streaming RuneScape again. It's the vibes were just, they were getting so bad. I don't know if I'm gonna stream RuneScape, to be honest. But I will definitely post RuneScape videos again on YouTube. I'm not quitting. I haven't quit. I just need some time to get motivated again. Content creation isn't a job again, so it has to be fun. If I'm not having fun, I just can't do it. Like, one or two of the things I talked about today happening at the same time is fine. I can keep going through it, but all of them together, it's just led me to needing a little space. I've also been having a heck of a lot of fun playing New World again. I'm sure you can tell from all the New World content I've been posting. And I've also been playing other games as well. I also love survival craft, so in the last year I played through Pal World, Return to Moria, and Enshrouded. I've been finding some fun simulators like Fast Food Simulator and Supermarket Together. My most recent addiction, I'm completely addicted to Supermarket Together right now. Even playing The Sims again a little bit in my free time. I've never just been a RuneScape player, so now my gaming time is split between all of these things that I enjoy. So, long story short, no, I haven't quit RuneScape. I don't know. I don't want to say I won't ever quit RuneScape, but like I don't currently see myself quitting RuneScape forever. I just need to breathe a little bit and I'll get back to making content again. And I do want to say I appreciate all of the support you've given me over the years. And I look forward to making more RuneScape videos in the future. I really do. I just need a little time to get back there. You're not getting rid of me just yet. I'll be back. Sorry, that was bad. Bye. No, but seriously, thank you so much for watching. I hope maybe this video explained a little bit of why you haven't seen any RuneScape content, even though I maybe want to make it. I just can't right now, but hopefully soon. So don't go anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. That's it. Thank you again for watching. Be kind to one another. I'll see you next time. Bye, friends.